Irish aid workers who've been running healthcare projects in Albania for women and children say the situation there is critical, with desperate shortages of medical services, facilities and equipment. Thousands face death and permanent disability if the outside world doesn't step in with help. One agency, Health Action Overseas, today launched an appeal for funds in this country. According to one worker who's just returned, Albania needs everything.
Socialist Party supporters in the streets of Tirana, the capital, celebrating their party's landslide victory. It's been 5 years since the communist regime was toppled, but those have been years of turmoil and corruption. Since March, 1,500 people have died in the civil unrest, flooding a collapsing health system with thousands of casualties. The Irish agency, Health Action Overseas, which shot these pictures, has worked for 5 years with babies in Romania, but is now turning its attention to Albania, where hospitals are desperately in need of medicines and basic materials. This boy will die without proper medication. Doctors say they've repeatedly requested the drugs they need from aid agencies. They're still waiting. This teenager needs chemotherapy. Families are even reported to have sold their homes to try to pay for drugs. It's the same story throughout the hospital. This girl's treatment has come to an end, and it's not because she's better.
Treatment is without success.
Basic hygiene is a problem, with clothing, food and bedclothes in short supply. Babies just a few hours old are put into cots with blood-stained sheets from another child. Some mothers leave hospital with their babies within hours of giving birth because the conditions are so bad. On top of all of this come the casualties of the fighting. This boy's leg was blown off.
Well, it happened 2 or 3 weeks ago in Tirana, right in the center of Tirana, in the bank. It was at the bus station at about 8:45, and he was in the bus quite occasionally. It was his fortune. He was at the place of the explosion at that moment.
These twins have been abandoned by their parents. According to Health Action Overseas, they're in one of only 2 remaining incubators in Albania which are working. This abandoned baby, like many others, lies in hospital and has no name. The chairman of Health Action Overseas has just returned from Tirana.
Well, the situation is absolutely appalling. In the hospitals, they're totally out of supplies. The abandoned baby unit, they have nothing and nobody to bring them supplies. And, I mean, there's total anarchy there. So we hope to get a number of containers of aid out next month. We need blankets, we need medical equipment, and we need lots of medicines.